Hey folks, Duke CT here back once again for another episode of Raw Thoughts. Okay, let's get the positive out of the way. First up, I'm going to be doing the positive promos. First promo tonight, I really thought was really good between Heyman and CM Punk. I really liked that promo. It got some really good stuff there for basically Heyman basically wanting to retire and CM Punk convincing him to stay. I really liked that promo, and they did really seem like they really care for each other and such. I really liked the part saying, Punk saying, there's so many Heyman guys and a lot of guys still cheering. Seriously, Punk, I still think people still care for Punk, and people don't really want to cheer for him, and I just imagine later on this year, I got a feeling that he's going to turn face, and it might be against Brock Lesnar. Maybe he wins or loses, I don't know, but you never know. Another good promo was The Shield. The Shield came down and acted a very good promo, cutting against their opponents at the Elimination Chamber, Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus. Very good promo. Basically concentrating on John Cena, basically calling him the John Cena problem, his existence, him living in a no-consequence environment. Yeah. That's nice, the John Cena world with no consequences. I really like that. But it's going to be a shame that they're just basically a placeholder for Cena to, until he faces The Rock at WrestleMania, which we all know what's going to happen. But honestly, it was really good. And the aftermath of the promo, the brawl with the lights went out, and then Ryback, Cena, and Sheamus coming in and beating the crap out of the Shield. Also, I like the ending part when Ryback, and they go back into the crowd. I really like that. Ryback going and saying, "Feed me more." The crowd was into it. I really like this, and I'm hopeful Ryback gets the pin. I don't see him have to get the pin, but I really wish Ryback needs to get a victory. He needs this victory. He has been on a losing streak on big matches. When's the last big match he actually won? Seriously, when's the last time he actually won a truly important match, not only on pay-per-view, but on Monday Night Raw, with some substance to it? He always comes up short. Ryback needs this victory. Just to get him over. Just to get him back in back on the saddle. That's what he needs. Badly. Also, I really think this should have ended tonight because it was good. Not to say the ending promo with CM Punk and The Rock, The Rock did went off a really interesting story. It was a good story, but he didn't really talk about his opponent, CM Punk. Did not talk about the new stipulations or anything else. He just went on about this story about as crackhead and stuff. Really funny story, but didn't talk about anything about Sunday, about the stipulations and such, about the match. And by the way, the whole crucible reasons why Vince would actually do this. Is Vince turning heel again? Is he not loopy because of Brock Lesnar? Is he afraid? Is Brock Lesnar standing in front of him, like holding the IV and such against Vince? Why did he convinced? Why is he putting The Rock in this situation? Make it more perilous? Is there maybe The Rock might lose? Why don't you say have him win in a no disqualification match? It would be a lot more fun, and I think the match quality would be a lot better. But that's just me. But you all know The Rock is going to win this Sunday. Okay. I went through the positive and stuff. This is the lukewarm stuff for me. The lukewarm stuff, I didn't go to the matches yet. I'm going to go to the matches a little bit, but the stuff the other segments are just lukewarm. Big Show, basically getting slimed, like Nickelodeon and stuff, which they're just saying it's just sad. I was like, really? Is this what they're doing now? Oh, yeah. They're trying so hard to play to the kids and such. Just basically trying so hard to placate the children and talking down to them. Trying so hard to placate them instead of being a truly interesting product. But anyway, Big Show was pissed off after him getting slimed on SmackDown and just randomly knocking out jobbers like A-Rai and Yoshitatsu, and then just beating up Matt Striker, then going to say something but doesn't say anything, and wastes about like 4 or 5 minutes of our time. Basically, the reason why he did this, they needed 3 hours to fill. Then, you had the whole Sheamus, Cena, Ryback versus 3MB. The only thing that came, I did call this a match and a segment because all it was is just basically a squash match. The only thing notable happened was Jinder Mahal slapping the taste out of John Cena. That was it. And basically all three of them basically just destroying 3MB with each of their signature moves. And the promo was okay. Not as great as the Shield, but just Also, one thing that really was is the Del Rio versus Del Rio and Damian Sandow. This guy who Damian Sandow just seems so lost. I don't know what they're doing with Rhodes Scholars. Are they back together? Are they not back together? Seriously, I just think they're just really are spinning the wheels with him. And then he beats him and then goes off and makes fun of the Big Show again and does this whole points to the sign to WrestleMania and says WrestleMania and such. I don't know why, but I just got a sneaking suspicion that Ziggler is going to cash in that Money in the Bank. Speaking of which, he goes to Booker T and asks him to go, who he wants to be in the Elimination Chamber. Why? Why would he do that? Why would he put his body in the line in the most, supposedly in kayfabe and what have you, in the most grueling and horrible matches to be in? And besides, he's already the Money in the Bank winner. I mean, it just seems like the WWE just completely and utterly forgets that he is the Money in the Bank, SmackDown's Money in the Bank winner. It just makes no daggone sense that he would actually want to do so. Unless AJ's craziness is rubbing off on him. That's the only logical conclusion in that, and I just don't know. But anyway, let's get into the matches. Let me first talk about the positive stuff. The positive match, first off, you have Y2J taking on Daniel Bryan. Great match. I really thought this was going to be my match of the night. It was really good. But I think that it was slow at some points, but these two guys really have very good chemistry with each other. Another match that happened, a little good match as well, was Wade Barrett versus Kofi Kingston. What was weird, because before the match you have Wade Barrett getting attacked by the generic one, which I will call him that. I will call him the generic one, Bo Dallas. I want this thing to be spread around, people. I want this spread because I would either call him the generic one or Jumping Jack Flash 2.0. Which is better? Which is the better nickname for Bo Dallas? You make the call. But anyway, Bo Dallas goes in and attacks him and such, and with a just really bland way it attacks him. And then after all that, after him getting attacked, Wade Barrett just goes down and just beats Kofi Kingston again. Yeah, so basically Kofi Kingston just is not even close to a challenge to him. Even when he's not even at 100%, he just got a beat down, and Kofi Kingston still can't get the job done. Either Kofi Kingston's just a complete and utter weakling, or Bo Dallas is a weakling because he just can't really take down Wade Barrett. Which is it? Is Bo Dallas weak? Gave a weak ass beat down, or just Kofi Kingston is just a complete other jobber and no one really cares about him. You make the call. But anyway, it was a nice little finish. You have Wade Barrett with his using the apron, just using that shoulder, just bam, knocking him out. Really good stuff. Also, another match happened and such. A very good one. In fact, last match of the night was Dolph Ziggler versus Kane. And I think I really enjoyed this one better than, call me heretic, I think this was a lot better than Jericho and Daniel Bryan. Because, like I said, Daniel Bryan, Jericho started slow. Kane and Dolph Ziggler actually had some really good chemistry here. Not to say that it was a little bit better. To me, I think Ziggler and Kane, very good stuff. And again, Ziggler loses. Which, again, I just don't know why he loses. I'm serious. Why give him one of the most... Why give him a shot at any time to win the World Heavyweight Championship and have him lose constantly? Have him lose every time? To me, I feel, this is my personal opinion, that if you have something like that, Money Bank briefcase, be it Raw or SmackDown, you should be booked strongly. You should be booked as a guy who's going to be the next champion. You don't want to be looked as a fluke. This guy's going to be the next champion. This guy's going to be supposedly the biggest face for your brand or / company, be it SmackDown or Raw. You need him to look strong. You need him to look like he can take on everybody. And what purpose does it have when they just lose every other match and such, and come off losers and feuds and such? It just makes no daggone sense. But anyway, Kane wins, and he's in the Elimination Chamber. And so far, this Elimination Chamber looks actually good. The match looks actually good. You have Kane, Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan, Y2J, Chris Jericho, Jack Swagger, and Rey Mysterio. Well, but honestly, speaking of Jack Swagger, we have a brand new manager, ladies and gentlemen, for Jack Swagger. And after he won his chance to getting to the Elimination Chamber, I honestly, I don't know, with this new guy, Zeb Colter or something, which I didn't know who this guy was. Supposedly it's Dutch Mantel, but I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. I don't care. I don't really care for Jack Swagger. I'm sorry. This supposedly he has the potential to be a great heel manager, fine, but again, I'm sorry. I just feel like the WWE is just wasting another opportunity. I mean, why have Jack Swagger do this whole crazy little hobo type thing? I mean, to me, Jack Swagger should have been this goofy Biff Tannen type guy, but what have you. Heck, him and Alex Riley should have been like tag team partners, just the jocks or something like that. You know, that sort of thing. To have him do something interesting. I don't know. It just feels like Jack Swagger has just been in this limbo and such. After winning the World Heavyweight Championship, it's just bland. I don't know. They just said, you know what? Oh my goodness, Jack Swagger can't be our champion or something. We need to bury him for whatever reason, and we have to put the Undertaker, who it's basically Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, and Kane, or what have you, and Edge, guys who's already been on the top, or what have you. We need to give them more chances with the championship, and screw guys like Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, and and the like. It's just, I don't get the thinking with the WWE. I just don't get it. And this thing, Zeb Colter, I just don't care. I don't care. It got little to no reaction in Nashville. No one cared. They didn't know who this guy was. He was just this random guy. And most of the new guys in the WWE, most of the new people in wrestling, like, who is this old man talking about America, this and that? There's no connection. Dutch Mantel may be good for someone like myself or anything else, but the majority of people, like, who the hell is this guy? Why should I care? Why is everything else? It's just, it just would not surprise me if this was a one-off, because it has no reaction, no real anything else, and they're just going to, and people are going to be like, again with the politics stuff, again with the WWE, they're not subtle at all. It's just going to be another, I wouldn't be surprised this might be in WrestleCrap territory. It's just going to be like, ugh, it's going to be really just jarring, and no one's going to like it at all. It's going to be a shame, though, because I really, really like Jack Swagger, and this whole guy with Zeb Colter, again, no reaction on, little to no reaction in Nashville, what have you. No one really cared, and I think it's going to blow back on them very badly with the WWE. Okay, and what else? What else things that I didn't really, happened? Oh, another positive thing. Oh gosh. Oh, Cesaro and Miz, that spot, that huge, the giant swing from Miz, just, jeez Louise. Wow. I mean, that was just amazing when he hit the barrier, not once but twice, just boom, and then boom, and boom, and boom. I mean, props to Miz and Cesaro. This dude is strong, and it just, when you look at it, it's just so funny. It's just great stuff. I really like that, seriously. It's just really, really just fun, and I really did like that. But honestly, another thing that actually did happen was Mark Henry versus the Red Khali. No one cares about that, but hey, every time that Mark Henry squashing Hornswoggle, that's nice. It's always nice seeing Swoggle getting squashed or what have you. I don't know why Natalia's there. Seriously, it's just a waste of talent. People liking her as Divas champion. Why did they just... why did WWE just completely frustrate me? Speaking of that, we have actually, you know what, another thing happened positive with the Divas and such. The Funkadactyls was some really, actually have really nice moves against Rosa after their match against the Primo and Epico, seriously, the jobbers and such. I love Primo and Epico. They are really talented, but they're just completely jobbers at this point. This time last year, they were tag champions, and even then they were jobbers. It's weird. But that Rosa, when Rosa got in the face of the Tenzai, what have you, and then both of the Funkadactyls took her out, and it was a very fun way they did it. As she looks like Cameron and Naomi just basically tag teamed and just knocked. I think Naomi tossed out Rosa out in the ring. It looked like she was going to jump out, but no, she just ricocheted back to the ropes, and then just let Naomi just do a sly little drop kick and knock Rosa out, which was really fun. And I'm like, wow, this is really good. That was really fun. But other than that, though, this was actually a really good Raw, and I highly recommend watching it again. But there were some problems, and I really, really hope the WWE starts correcting it, because they can't rely on The Rock and Brock Lesnar again and again and again. Because eventually they have to stand on. They're gonna have to get those guys and stand on their own 2 feet. Especially this whole thing with Zeb Colter or what have you. Dude had little to no reaction. People might like him online, but let's be real, people. If you ain't getting reactions in the audience, if you're not getting any type of pop, positive or negative, you're just coming with silence, guess what? You're out of there. Anyway, it's Dixie T here. Peace and love. Thank you for watching, and for Raw Thoughts, and I'll see you once again next week on my YouTube channel, if not sooner. So anyway, peace.